What is going on YouTube, and welcome to episode 2 of the modded franchise rebuild for the New York Giants. In the last episode, we started off in the offseason at exactly the point in time that the NFL is right now. We simmed the playoffs, Cowboys won, we did the draft, we signed free agents, and now we're in the preseason. Week 1 of the preseason. We're going to play all 3 games. We're going to do simming, and we're going to do like the super sim and just play the moments for all 3 in this one video. We also have the progression report. One of the big mods in this modded franchise playthrough is the progression mod. There's no more XP. There's no more focus player training or any of that stuff. So everything now is done through an Excel spreadsheet that has macros on it built out so that it randomizes how players progress. So let's take a look at that right quick. So here's the very boring spreadsheet that I'm not going to take a lot of time to discuss. We're going to go back into the Madden franchise and you'll actually see players that, or I'll talk about some of the players that went up and the important things that they increased in Madden with XP. It gets a little too easy for players to grow. Now you have to kind of hope that these players will grow and progress and develop like you hope they do when you're a GM or a coach of a football team and you draft these guys. You can't just say, all right, I want Kadarius Toney to increase speed, so I will give him some XP points. That's not how it works out in real life. You got to hope that those players put in the work and that they grow and develop. Okay, guys, so here's a spreadsheet that the mod tool for the progression spits out. It spits out an Excel spreadsheet. There's nothing sexy or interesting about this, but it does give you a breakdown of the overall increase for every player in the NFL. It also gives you their individual stats, so like pass coverage or release or speed and all that good stuff. I will go ahead and tell you that our biggest improver was actually Charles Cross, one of the left tackles that we drafted, I think in the 2nd or 3rd round. Also, Kadarius Toney was, I think, 2nd on that. He had a very big increase. But if we go through here and we actually sort from largest to smallest, we can actually get an idea of who the biggest increase in the entire NFL was. And you'll see here at the top, I don't know if you really can see it or not. It looks like it's very small on my screen that Alex Redmond and Kendrick Green were the biggest improvers at 8.3 points overall. I mean, that's pretty large if you think about it. If they're an 80, they end up being an 88. But a lot of these guys that move up a lot are guys that are very low on the totem pole. But if you can see here, this is kind of a kick in the face. Evan Ingram is like top 5. He improved by like 7.42. He's with the Jaguars now. He has that star development trait, and he had a huge increase. So we let him go, and kind of a kick in the face. He's like one of the biggest improvers in the NFL from the end of last year to the preseason now. So maybe a bad release by us, maybe not. I have to show you something here in a second. All right, here we go. We're back in Madden. We're not going to go through the spreadsheet just because it's hard to see, but I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. I mean, it just spits out an Excel sheet that you save into your game files, and that's pretty much it. So you see up top, the number 1 guy is Adoree Jackson. Yes, Adoree Jackson actually had a very big increase, and he is now an 89 overall. He was one of the most improved players at the start of this year. And the way you want to think about this is that we run this progression mod tool. It is recommended at the beginning of week 1 of the preseason. And that's kind of a way for players to grow during training camp. So when we see these players grow, we're thinking, hey, they had a really good training camp. They grew a lot. They practiced. They came to OTAs. They put in the work in the offseason, and now they're a better player, right? Daniel Jones did increase slightly. He increased by 1.3. Nothing big, but at least he didn't regress. Dustin Crum only increased by 0.23. And you see me looking down here. I'm looking at the notes just so I can read them off. So I was really hoping that he would increase maybe to a 68, 69, somewhere around there that would make him viable. But with Daniel Jones' speed, because that was one of the things that actually increased that, and his acceleration is now a 90, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to start Crum over Daniel Jones if we're trying to win, and we are. Saquon had a slight bump, 0.73, not exactly a whole lot, but he didn't get a play last year, and a lot of these numbers and calculations are taken into effect what they've done, their body of work the last like 4 or 5 years. And here comes some of the biggest movers. Kenny Galladay moves up by 1.75 points, but look who is right behind him. Kadarius Toney, who had a really kind of a breakout year. I think he got hurt at some point last year, but he moves up 5.74 points overall, okay? He's an 85. He has 95 speed. Some of the biggest things that Toney got, his catch went up by 7, speed went up by 2, his middle route running and his release went up by 15. That is ridiculous. So Kadarius Toney is going to be probably our #1 receiver going into the year. Another big upgrade that we had is OJ Howard. OJ Howard goes up by 6.14 points. Now, while it's not as big as Evan Ingram, OJ Howard had 14 points increase in run blocking, 13 in short release, 12 in middle, I said short release, and short route running, 12 in middle and medium route running, 8 in deep route running, 8 in release, and 7 in catch. So OJ Howard, change of scenery for him, leaving Tampa Bay, coming to New York, is going to be a totally different player if we can get him the ball. Two very big upgrades that make me look like a genius in the draft is Ekwonu and Cross. Ekwonu goes up by 3 points at left tackle. Charles Cross goes up by 6.98. He was our biggest grower for this offseason period. He came to OTAs. He put in the work. He worked on his skills. He listened to the coaches, and he's a 76 overall. He's almost as good as our first round pick. So look at these two left tackles that we got, 21 years old, are 79 and a 76. They put in the work in the offseason. You got to like that. Coach Donk loves that they came in. They put in the work, that they grinded. They really honed into the craft, and that's going to help out this offensive line a ton. Not to mention that Shane LeMahieu also increased by 2 as well. 25 years old, he increases by 2. Luke Giotti, I don't even know how to say that last name. If you know down in the comments, please let me know. He also increases by 4.4. So he's a 68 now. He's pretty good. Our offensive line just got a lot better. I don't know why I keep switching to the Jags. I'm hitting the wrong thing. Austin Reeder is doing okay, but Andrew Thomas also increases by 2.9. So almost 3 points. So he's sitting at a 78. That's looking good. Dexter Lawrence is at an 85. He increases by 2.16. But guys, check this out. Kayvon Thibodeau is at an 83 overall. He's at 87 speed at the right end position. Defensive end, 87 speed. One of the quickest guys off the end, maybe like a Brian Burns. But he is going to be a stud. Leonard Williams is at now an 86. Drake Jackson, outside linebacker, moves up to a 72. That's looking really, really good. If we go to the corners, we see that Adoree Jackson actually had a good offseason as well, going to an 89. And our safeties, Xavier Kinney is at a 79. He improves by a few, and Julian Love is now at an 81. This team is legit outside of Riley Dixon. He sucks. But now we're sitting at a 77 overall. Still not respectable, but we have, I think, put in the right pieces to get this team to be at least competitive going forward. They're going to grow. We've got a lot of young talent on the defense and offensive lines. That's huge. We've got a decent, I'm not saying a decent, we've got a really good secondary. We just got to find a quarterback now. Find a quarterback. Wide receivers looking good. We got a good tight end. This team is primed for some upsets this season. We're not going to do Hall of Fame introductions. We're not going to do any of these scenarios because it was recommended by the modern community to not do these because the CPU does not get these same scenarios. So it gives us an unfair advantage that they don't have. And I want to keep everything realistic because in the real world, you don't get bonuses for watching the Hall of Fame introduction. So we're not doing that. Let's go ahead to hire and assign scouts. So I still want to really look at trying to get some quarterback depth and probably some linebacker depth. So that's really what I'm looking for. We want our top tier 3 guys. Even he says we hired David Gettleman. That's definitely not going to hire. No. I'm firing David Gettleman. Sorry. We're out. We're going to fire all of our scouts and we're going to start from scratch. David Gettleman was at the Carolina Panthers before he was in New York, and he just wrecked the Panthers. Even though they went to the Super Bowl one of his years, he wrecked them. So now let's go to free agency. We want to look at tier 3 guys because we want to try to find as many tier 3 guys that can hopefully find quarterbacks. And there's one, a quarterback and a punter. Now we need a punter. I mean, I'm not that upset with it, but we're going to get Bill Polian. You know, Bill Polian used to be an analyst, I think, for ESPN, maybe. We're going to hire him as our tier 3 scout. Now we need to go to tier 2. Let's go ahead and see who else we can find. Now, I'm really looking for probably some corner and linebacker help on the defensive side of the ball. And I really am not worried about running back quite yet. We still got Saquon for a little bit, but maybe we go with quarterback and wide receiver. I really wouldn't mind that. and try to really just get as much in on quarterbacks as we can for the upcoming season. Middle linebacker, outside linebacker is looking really good. I like that. I think we're going to bring in Luke Kuechly, the old court linebacker, probably one of the best that's ever done it as far as a savviness, intellectual perspective. He could diagnose plays before the offense would even snap the ball. So we're going to hire him. Maybe he can find us a very smart linebacker in this upcoming draft and going in the future. I do like that they have some of these players in here. I think that's really, really cool. One of the cool things that Madden did do. We got another spot for a tier 2. Do we get Brett Favre? Do we bring in Brett Favre? We got Rondé Barber here, but I still like the idea of maybe bringing in, we do need a center, and we have outside linebacker. Maybe that's even somewhere we go. I'm an idiot. You can't hire 2 tier 2 scouts. I can hire 2 tier 1s, though. That's for sure what we're going to do. Here we go. Let's get Brian Arakpo, tier 1, another good linebacker. And let's see if we can find someone else that maybe can scout quarterbacks. I wouldn't mind having another quarterback scout. Defensive tackle wouldn't be bad because we do need defensive tackles. We've got another middle linebacker. Do we really just try to improve linebacker as much as possible? I don't think so. I think we go quarterback again. Let's hire Alex Smith 1 year after, 2 years after retirement. He is now a scout for the New York Giants. So we've got Luke Kuechly, Brian Arakpo, Bill Polian, and Alex Smith. I think that's a pretty strong scouting group, if I do say so myself. All right, so here we're going to start with a weekly strategy. We got Joe Burrow, very good quarterback, had a great 2021 campaign. He's going to want to come off this preseason hot and coming into the regular season on a roll. So he's going to be coming out firing. Let's defend the medium pass. No, let's defend short pass. That's where they make their money, it looks like. Let's advance here. And defense. They sack a lot, and we need probably to defend. Let's do blitz counter. One of the best blitzing defenses in the league, so we'll start with that. And again, we don't have any focus player scouting, so we're going to start our training. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. Injuries are on. Some of the practice injuries have been updated and changed, so there's a lot more of them. There's a lot more diversity, but most of them are usually just around 1 week. So hopefully we won't have anything big to worry about. I also need to go out and sign a fullback, if I'm not mistaken. And there's Kenny Galladay with a dislocated shoulder to start his first practice in the preseason. And then we got Juergens, backup center. So he's out. Kenny Galladay's out. Hopefully that dislocated shoulder will not keep Kenny Galladay off of, keep him out of starting the preseason. I'm sorry, the regular season. Let's check out the injury report and make sure he's not hurt too much. It's been a while since I played Madden, so you see me kind of fumbling through things. Yeah, all right, so it's a 1 week injury. Most of these are from what I read in the notes. So I actually forgot we can't re-sign. We can't sign anybody actually because we're 10 million over the cap. So we can't actually bring in anybody. We're kind of short on fullback. We're short on defensive end, and we're short on safety. So if those players get hurt, we're going to be put in a real big bind. We'll probably move some corners to safety, move some linebackers to defensive end. It can get a little hairy for us. David Gettleman didn't leave us in the best situation going forward. But without further ado, let's go ahead and play the moments of this first game. The Cincinnati Bengals going up against the New York Giants in MetLife Stadium. What a start to 2022. Let's see what happens. Another little cool thing about this mod is you actually see there's some actual live photos from the 2021 season in there. It's pretty cool. So there is Frank Donk at home. His first ever coaching chance is in MetLife Stadium. Fans are rowdy. There's Daniel Jones. This is current gen because I am on PC, so just something to be aware of. And we're going to play the moments. Your defense needs our help. Let's check out the new and improved defense with the number 1 or first round pick, 3rd overall, Kayvon Thibodeau. There he is, number 55, Thibodeau in the middle of the defense. We're going with the coach suggestions. We're going to bring a blitz. We're going to take Thibodeau right here. Looks like we're still in a 3-4 defense. Thibodeau. Oh, nice little cut by Joe Mixon there. Thibodeau looking like an absolute beast with the arm sleeve on, or the arm brace. 3rd and short. Can we make a stop? It's going to be different. Let me lower the sound a little bit. It's going to be different. This is going to play a little different than all Madden default on Madden 22. We got a false start on the offense. Penalties have been bumped up as well, so that's another cool thing to see right off the rip. So it's going to be interesting. Thibodeau in a standing up position. He's going to be coming off the edge. He breaks away, and Jamar Chase drops the ball. It's broken up, and a good stop by the New York Giants defense, holding this powerful offense by the Cincinnati Bengals, led by Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, to a field goal on their opening drive. Almost blocked there. And the Bengals have a 3-0 lead off the foot of McPherson. 3rd down alert. We're going to take over the drive. It's still the first quarter, so Daniel Jones should be in. This is the first time I've actually thrown a ball in Madden in quite some time. I've been doing a lot of CPU simming, so let's see how this goes. We've got OJ Howard coming off the edge. We're just going to dump it down to our man Saquon Barkley. He carries a defender an extra like 6 yards, and a first down on the play. Big first down to keep the momentum of the drive going. We got a red zone alert here. Going to hand it off to Saquon Barkley. Daniel Jones and Saquon and this New York Giants offense is trying to get in a good rhythm early, try to score before the first quarter, even though that looks like that might not happen. Saquon only able to pick up 1. Let's see if we can't get a quick playoff before first quarter ends, and we don't. So that means the backups are coming in. Maybe coach will leave them in for just this drive. Possibly not. We're going to come with a run, and we've got the rookie sensation, Crumb. We're going to hand it off to Devontae Booker. Nice little run by Booker up the middle, off the edge, and into the end zone. And just like that, the backup score a touchdown to give the New York Giants a 7-3 lead in the preseason. And Giants fans have to love that. I know Frank Donk sure does. Put the backups in and immediately get a touchdown. Here we are in midfield. Crumb is in. We've got a 3rd and 3 scenario. We're going to do a little play action to Booker, and hopefully we can dump this off to Sterling Shepard. It's thrown and almost intercepted. Bad read by Daniel Crumb. I think it's Daniel. I can't even remember our own guys' names. This brings up a 3rd and 7. Let's try to bring some pressure. We like to blitz. Let's see what this defense is all about. Oh, and found wide open over the middle. We had a defensive lineman in coverage, and against the wide receiver, that's a mismatch any day of the week. And the Bengals go up by 3. All right, we've got a 1st and 10. 2nd quarter still. We got the ball on the 18, so we're going to sit here and try to score before halftime. Crumb in the backfield. He finds Devontae Booker open. Off to the left. A little patience by Crumb there. He's already thrown 1 interception on the day. It's only his 2nd completion, but he picked up 8. Gives him a short yard situation on 2nd down. Hand this off to Devontae Booker. He picks up another first down. 4 rushes, 15 yards, and a touchdown for Devontae Booker on this campaign, who came in for Saquon last year and did a really good job carrying the load. And right up the middle, Devontae Booker again with another touchdown. But we do have an injured Giant on the field. Looks like it's Bredesen. All right, so we pick things up in the 4th quarter. A whole quarter goes by. 10 minutes left, ball on the 34. We're playing defense again. 3rd and 18. The Giants defense is kind of stifling the Bengals here. Let's see if they can't stop him again on a big 3rd down. Quarterback rolling out to his right. We've got Hall coming in, and he throws it across his body for almost a first down, but it was enough to keep them in field goal range. What a throw. Holy crap. Bengals are going for it on 4th down. Looks like Giants are bringing the pressure. Blitz coming off the edge. And I don't know what our guy did, but the ball was almost intercepted regardless. And turnover on downs. Giants get the ball back. Defense coming out this first preseason week. All right, here we go. Big third down again. 3rd down and 2. Bengals with the ball on the 15, trying to get this first down and take the lead before the game ends. And tackled at the line, but McKissick is able to pick up the first down. Now the ball's on the 12. The Bengals can still pick up a first down without picking up a touchdown on the play. So Giants have got to do their due diligence in trying to stop them here and not giving them an opportunity to score 4 times with the ball basically on the 2. Injury timeout. Giants have done a good job so far this preseason, holding the offense to only 10 points. You'd hate to see them give up anything here at the end of the game. And that ball was caught, but then going out of bounds. We've got a 3rd down and medium. And that ball was almost picked off again. Perry has thrown a few questionable throws so far. Has been lucky enough to not have any of them intercepted. Big 4th down and 5. If they stop him here, the game's over, and it's picked off in the end zone. Bringing it out is Holmes, and he's going to take that all the way to the 25. And just like that, barring a miraculous comeback, it looks like the Giants are going to win their first preseason game. 3rd and 31. Giants are playing off coverage here. And that ball is just completely thrown away. I don't think the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page there. On a side note, I really like to see that quarterback just threw it in the wrong spot. You don't see that a lot. The mod seems to really be coming in clutch there. Big 4th down and stopped. Turnover on downs. The Giants will get this ball and get a victory. Coach Donk, his first preseason win, first game as a head coach, at least in the preseason, and he gets a win. You got to like what you see out of the Giants today. Pretty good defense. Was able to get after the quarterback a few times, got an interception, few pass breakups. Came in clutch when they needed to be when they were in the end zone or red zone. And good first preseason win. Any win is good, even if it is in the preseason. All right, guys, we're back. I had to try to see what was going on my PC. Hopefully the game will play a little bit smoother for me, and hopefully it didn't look too bad for you before, but I noticed a lot of stuttering going on, so I think I got it fixed. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I got it fixed. We got Kenny Galladay and Cameron Jurgens coming back. That's such a funny last name to me. We do need to do our hire and assign scouts, I do believe. I don't think we can really tell exactly where all the prospects are yet, just because it's not been open to us yet, but we can go ahead and make sure that Bill Polian is doing like the national stuff. I think also I think I can hire one more tier 1. I just now realized that. I'm an idiot. Yeah, let me go in here and make sure we get the right tiers. What do we do? Do we do like wide receiver? Get TJ Husmanzada? Let's hire TJ for wide receivers. Because I promise you, when Kenny Galladay's contract's up, we're probably not going to be re-signing him, so it would help. We got Kadarius Toney. We'll go ahead and get him in there too. I totally forgot about that. Let's go ahead and play the moments in preseason game week 2. All right, here we go. I can already tell that this is running a lot smoother, at least on my end. And if it's running smooth on my end, it's got to be running smooth on yours. And here we go. We're picking up the ball on defense. The Browns have the ball on the 13-yard line, getting ready to score against our defense. And we got to make sure that we don't give up any big plays here. Slant is hit. Baker Mayfield's 4 for 6 so far on the day. I am noticing that some of the players seem to be out of position. Nice little play action. Fake, and there's Xavier McKinney, but then there is a face mask call, flag on the play. And that's going to give the Browns a automatic first down. Ball is going to be probably on the 2-yard line, half the distance to the goal. So now the Browns who are already in great field position, get 4 attempts basically to score a touchdown here. Running off to the edge and not able to catch. Nick Chubb. Touchdown Browns. All right, here we go. Daniel Jones. We got the ball at the 40. We got Sterling Shepard here. We got Kadarius Toney. We got O.J. Howard, Kenny Galladay, Saquon Barkley. This team has got some players in it. As long as I don't do that. Bad pass by Daniel Jones. And that is intercepted by Chris Harris. I mean, you throw the ball up like that, 10 times out of 10, it's going to get picked off. Terrible play by me. If you're here for good quarterback play, then you're probably not in the right spot. I will throw picks left and right. But again, it's been a while since I've been playing a lot of NCAA. All right, so the Giants got the ball back on the 50-yard line, down by 12. Looks like Cleveland either went for 2 or missed 2 field goals or something. I'm not entirely sure. And I let time run off the clock because I'm sitting here trying to ponder how Cleveland has missed 2 extra points. So that's going to make things a little bit more difficult for the Giants. To be 3rd and 13. Let's see if we can't get some decent field position here. And there is Sterling Shepard on the outside, and he picks up a first down and then some, 14 yards after the catch. And like we were saying, the New York Giants have some firepower. It's just going to come down between, can the offensive line, this young rookie offensive line, can they protect Daniel Jones? And can Daniel Jones not turn the ball over? Ball is completed to O.J. Howard for another first down. Daniel Jones is 7 for 10. Over 100 yards throwing already on the play. We're going to run this ball, get this ball to Saquon Barkley. Also got to remember not to control the catcher, the wide receiver or whatever, after they catch the ball, because I like to let it just play out, especially with these new AI tweaks that are in these modifications. We might see some cool things happen. And I want to be surprised just as much as you guys do. All right, 2nd and 5. Ball on the 9-yard line. Daniel Jones got Saquon Barkley out to his right. We got Sterling Shepard open here, I think, on this play. We're going to dump it off to Saquon. Saquon is tackled before picking up the first down. 3rd and 2. Looked like Saquon was trying to get out of bounds and not take the hit. And we like that. We don't want Saquon taking too many hits before the regular season. We'll be using him quite a lot. And that ball is thrown to Sterling Shepard, it's broken up on the play. Nice PBU by the Browns there. And now we got to kick a field goal. One of the things you're also going to realize is that look at this kick meter down the bottom. The accuracy is very small like that. And I think I missed the kick. Yeah. Holy crap. Ball on the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. The Browns. And this is turning into an absolute beating. I don't know what the linebacker for the Giants was doing there. He let Baker Mayfield just waltz into the end zone, and 20, just like that, 25-0. I will say I am kind of happy with the pressure or the amount of protection that we're getting. And I am controlling this. I'm trying to pick up a first down, but I don't think I will be able to. Passed off to Saquon Barkley. He's tackled well short. Oh, we picked up the first down? Oh, I didn't know we picked up the first down. All right, needless to say, Giants pick up the first down. Time is running off the clock. It looks like we have somebody open. Daniel Jones throwing it deep, and that is O.J. Howard. The new and improved O.J. Howard on the catch. And now we've got a 1st and goal situation on the 9. 25 seconds left on the clock. And Daniel Jones is going to run with it and then get down. Good, smart decision by him. It's 3rd down. Well, we're going to try to get this to O.J. Howard. If he doesn't pick it up, then we'll just kick the field goal. And that was thrown up top. Kenny Galladay comes back to the ball, does not get a chance to catch it. And that's going to end. And I hope a kick. And there we go. It just barely gets in. This is making me nervous, these kicks now. All right, 2nd string is now in. And the 1st string offense was only able to score 3 points. But here we go with Dustin Crum Ball on the 14. He has nowhere to go with it. He's waiting for things to open up. And there is Slayton. Darius Slayton comes open over the middle. Good pass protection to bring up second and goal. Ball on the 4. We got 5 wide. And Devin Booker, the MVP of the Giants on offense last week, comes in and scores a touchdown. And we've got 4th and 10. We're in the 4th quarter. This will be the last probably play that we'll get to see if we don't convert here. And that's thrown for a first down by Dustin Crum. 10 for 17, 140 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I mean, he's not looking any worse than possibly Daniel Dimes. I mean, do we give him a chance? Maybe we got a quarterback controversy opening up here, but not before the edge rusher comes off completely unaccounted for and sacks Dustin Crum. There we go. We catch up with the Giants on the 42. It's 3rd down and 10. Gonna run a screen, see if we can't pick up some yardage. And here comes Devin Booker for another big first down. Screen's working pretty well for the New York Giants. See if we can't give it to him again. Score another touchdown. That's caught by Booker. He picks up a first down and maybe another yard. Ball on the 2. The Giants go into hurry up. I wouldn't be surprised to see them run that same play. P.S. we're not. And that is caught by Kyle Rudolph. A name not mentioned for us so far this preseason. Was almost intercepted. But luckily, Rudolph came back to the ball. That was good to see. You don't see that a lot in regular base Madden. Usually they just run away from it and it gets intercepted. 2nd and goal. That ball is overthrown by Dustin Crum. He had his receiver open just for a brief minute on the slant route, but incomplete pass brings up 3rd and goal. Can the Giants score a touchdown? The pressure's not there. He rolls out to the right and Crum runs in for a touchdown. So Frank Donk, a week after getting his first preseason win, comes into Cleveland, Ohio, and gets smacked around by the Cleveland Browns 35-16. All right, so here we are in week 3, final preseason game before the start of the regular season. I cannot wait to really get to play with this team and see how everything shapes up. We're 1-1. Won the first game, lost the second one. Here is the big 3rd game of the preseason where the starters get to play the most. So here we are at MetLife Stadium. You see Frank Donk there, the bold and beautiful. He's already upset throwing his clipboard before pregame. I mean, you got to love the energy, right? And it looks like we're going to pick this up with 7 minutes left in the first quarter. We've got the ball. It's 1st and 10 on the 12. We're trying to get the drive started. Daniel Jones and Saquon trying to get their first touchdown of the preseason. Can that happen on this play? And the front 7-4. Oh no, Saquon Barkley is hurt on the play. He's grabbing his back. He's still rolling around on the field there. That is not a good sign. That's not what New York Giants fans want to see. And we hope he's okay. It doesn't look good. He's shaking his head on the bench. We just hope it's nothing big. You see a little dink and dunk to O.J. Howard, who we heard is really a favorite target for Daniel Jones in preseason, all throughout training camp, OTAs. He's really been targeting O.J. Howard, and they feel like that chemistry is really built up so far early preseason. So we're hoping to see something come into fruition during the regular season, but dumping it off to Devontae Booker works as well. So first catch on the day for him. He picks up 7, and we see, luckily, Saquon, reports are coming from the sidelines that Saquon only has bruised ribs, that he will return soon. We do got some offensive weapons that can get open when we need to. It's just whether or not we can have enough time to deliver a strike. And there's Sterling Shepard over the middle. He catches it, but then it's dropped. And you just can't have that. You got to hold on to that ball, especially now that Sterling Shepard's moved to more of the slot wide receiver. He's going to have a lot of contested catches. He's going to need to catch those going forward. And look Is that Chubb? All right, so we're picking it back up. Ball on the 22, almost, excuse me, almost in the red zone. Daniel Jones, Devontae Booker. Saquon's still not in yet. And nobody was open. All right, big third down stop for the Giants. Can they do it? And it looks like Jimmy Garoppolo, the new Denver Bronco, I had no idea about that, was not able to pick up the first down. It was actually a fourth down or third down stop. Can the Giants get a fourth down stop on this play? Looks like they're going to hand it off to, is that Melvin Gordon? No, it was Jamal Williams out of UNC. We're going to cover with Kayvon Thibodeau, see if he can't get some pressure. He's coming off the edge. He was trying to get to Jimmy Garoppolo, but Jimmy Garoppolo runs out to the left and delivers a strike to Cortland Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. That was a heck of a throw, by the way. And the Giants just have not gotten the ball much this game. There's been a lot of 3 and outs. Broncos have been able to stop the Giants for the most part. And just like that, coming off the edge, is that Kenyon Drake for a touchdown. 4th down and 11. We've got Crum in. So it looks like the Giants were not able to score a touchdown this entire preseason. And that's cause for concern if you're a Giants fan. And for whatever reason, Devontae Booker falls down on the play, does not pick up the first down. Offense is looking stagnant. We can't stop nobody on D. But it's going to be a rough road. That is for sure. Got Darius Slayton open there for a first down. Crum's only 4th completion of the quarter. All right, we got 2 minutes to try to score this touchdown. The game is playing harder. I can definitely feel the difference. In some things, I can't tell a difference in the AI and the way the defense plays, which is a good thing. I think you're able to throw it into holes in the defense a little easier. I feel like the AI is a little bit more aware. It's just gonna take us some time getting used to it. That's all it is. And I would like to think a good pass from the rookie Crum there, but it just looks like the wide receiver, maybe that was Kyle Rudolph, does not come out of his break quick enough. We weren't able to see it. And Frank Dunk ends the preseason without his starting offense scoring a touchdown. Things are not looking too well for the Giants in the preseason, but it is the preseason. So there's still a lot that can be done. We got a week to practice, a week to grow, a week to try to figure things out. But we better be quick because the regular season is starting. Next video, we will be playing week 1 against a division opponent, the Washington football team. Our overall is already at 81. We've increased quite a bit. I'm interested in seeing how the team's going to look. We're going to play a whole game. We're doing 12-minute quarters. That will give us about the equal amount of plays as an NFL season game or a regular NFL game. And I can't wait to see exactly who is going to be our champion on offense and defense for the New York Giants. I can't wait to see how these rookies look. How does Daniel Jones look around that new, built and improved offensive line? There's still a lot of young rookies on the offensive line, so there's going to be some mishaps. But this team has some young talent in the right spots. Can they grow and actually be a dark horse for potentially the playoffs this year? Maybe give a few upsets. They've got an easy schedule starting up with the Washington football team, the Eagles, the Bears, and the Jags. So if you're not at least 2-2 at that point, you have to think the Giants are going to have to look at themselves in the mirror and figure out, what are we doing? What do we need to do to correct it? But we'll all find out next video, week 1 against the Washington football team. I'll catch everybody later.